Tankers Fantasy Football. Here we are talking matchup plays for Week 8. We're going to be coming at you. Your running backs, wide receivers, all that good stuff.
See who to start them, see who to sit them. But before we get started with the running backs, you know we just got to kick that intro.
Boy, the evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart.
All right, we get right into it with some Marlin Mack action. He went out there and got it sexy. If you're thinking, can he continue to get it sexy for you? And I think he can. Versus the Raiders, who are just falling apart now. They've traded Khalil Mack. They've traded Amari Cooper, and they're also 25th versus the rush, allowing 158 rush yards a game, or 158 scrimmage yards a game to opposing running backs. So all in on a Marlon Mack, keeping the sex in.
I think you got to go that. I think you got to go all in Joe Mixon. A little down week last week. He did have a pretty tough matchup. We're talking about the Bucs getting up the second most touchdowns to running backs, and overall the Bucs have just been atrocious on the defensive side of the ball this year.
Nick Chubb in there, he found the end zone versus the Bucs in his first start. Joe Mixon's basically a start every week. He did go out there and let you down versus the Chiefs. He thought he was going to get it sexy on Sunday Night Football, but he didn't. But don't lose faith and keep him going out there versus the Bucs. All right, we get some Phillip Lindsay. I think Phillip Lindsay, I know people are running him out as an RB2 every week, but I'm talking start of the week with Phillip Lindsay, with Royce Freeman going to miss this game with his high ankle sprain. He's playing the Chiefs out there, and I know that the Chiefs just limited Joe Mixon, and that defense is looking a little bit better, but you got to think with his ability to have more workload with Freeman out, he's going to be probably catching more balls. And the Chiefs are still giving it up out there. I mean, they're still giving up the third most yards and touchdowns to opposing running backs. So, I mean, all in on the start of the week, Phillip Lindsay.
Yeah, I feel like this guy is, with his volume increase, he could be definitely talking about top 10 points this week in terms of running backs, PPR. If he gets the full workload,
might be his first 20-point week.
I don't see Booker. I don't think Booker has any value whatsoever, and I'm talking like real football, let alone fantasy. But I think
they keep fucking letting him go out there, though.
Phillip Lindsay needs to get at least 20 touches this game, and I think that's going to happen. And I think he's going to get you 20 fantasy points.
All in on the Phillip Lindsay. Chris Carson coming off the bye, going against the Detroit Lions. We have the second most yards to running backs. I mean, this is just all... I mean, you got to think minimum flex play, but I think he can have an RB2 finish this week versus the Detroit Lions, because the Seahawks are running the ball more than any other team in the NFL.
Yeah, we're talking about Lions, nearly 200 scrimmage yards to running backs. That's just ridiculous.
Absolutely gross. I mean, I think this is going to be a game where it's going to be running back and forth out there. I think the Seahawks are just going to try to have ball control, try to, limit that Detroit offense, keep them on the sideline, and that's what they've been doing all year long, because they're the only team out there that are running the ball like more than half. They're running about like 57% of the time. It is ridiculous.
Now, how about a guy like AP? I know it seems like he's been getting almost 100 yards here, but just can't quite get over the hump. He can't find his way into the end zone to really get you feeling good in your lineup.
He's had a really good yard per carry, like 4.5, 5 yards per carry these last couple weeks, getting in the 90s of yards, only getting like the one catch though. What do we got going on here? The shit line is a-ringing. Let's see who we got here. Ahoy, shit liner.
Oh boy, my dick took a fucking hard turn toward the soft side.
What the fuck?
This weekend, boys. Oh man, Melvin Gordon didn't play. You know me. I'm out drinking the
Fucking
night
up.
before, so
Sleeping
I
on
didn't
it.
get him out of my lineup. But now that fucker's on a bye. And Sony Michelle's probably going to miss this week, so I'm looking at, I drafted Carlos Hyde in up TJ Yeldon. They both are fucking Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh my goodness. I've been riding Yeldon. He's been my boy, but this Hyde situation really just got my dick in a tizzy. So
Tizzy
I'll need
dick,
you
huh?
guys help me. What do you think I should do?
That's a fucking...
That's rough sledding. I mean, I feel like Yeldon just went from borderline back in RB1 to maybe in the RB3 conversation.
Yeah, we do not. I mean, if you have to absolutely start one shitliner, I mean, you gotta go TJ Yeldon. No questions asked. What do
I
you
feel
think?
like just for the sake of the catching,
You don't have to start both the shitliners. If you have to start
I mean,
both,
you
that
might
is
have to.
fucked. Oh, no.
I mean, Hard Cox guy's gotta. Unless he's going to be picking someone up off the waiver wire.
I mean, you got to get up on some waiver options before you dig into some fuck.
I don't know.
You can't start both Jags.
I feel like Yeldon's at least going to be involved in the passing game more.
Yeah.
So you got to run him out over Hyde, even though I think Hyde...
I mean, how many snaps is Hyde even going to be able to play being only on the team for like 10 days coming into the game?
I think he can still get...
And going to London.
I think he can still... I think Hyde's going to be about the 10 to 12 carry mark. I really think he's going to have that much work. I think he's going to be... I think he's going to get at least 10 carries.
Wow.
I feel like the Jags are just total suck mode right now, and they're looking for just some smash mouth football to get themselves feeling better. And I feel like Hyde's going to be the guy to try and get the...
What are they going to do without Mercedes Lewis in London?
It's true, no 3 touchdowns.
The water runs dry, baby. Who are they going to clang and bang with down there?
They still got Blake Brady. That's what he is over in London.
Blake Brady, baby. Oh, I mean, they have to run him out there in London. They're going home, baby. The Jags' new home.
Bortles is the greatest in London. Get him to play over there, he'd be the next GOAT.
All right, back to AP, the Giants. I don't know, way back to AP before Hardcox even got involved. The Giants are 26 versus the rush. So I think you can still get back in production on AP. If he follows his ass into the end zone, maybe you get high end RB2 production. But I think you can look at a solid 10 PPR points out of the AP.
I know we talked about a buy low for a guy like Corey Clement, but I feel like this Eagles situation, even though the Jags have not been what they have been last season, they still have been pretty tough defense if you take out the last couple weeks. And really, I don't think you can feel good either Eagle running back this week.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar Miller somehow went out there and found his ass into the century column in rushing yards versus the fucking Jags last week. So that gives you a little bit of hope, just a little bit of hope. But I don't know. I feel like the time, this Corey Clement, Wendell Smallwood situation, Jags are fighting each other in the locker room. They're getting fired up. They're trying to fucking rebound in that plane trip to London. I mean, we're talking about a long plane ride. Maybe we'll get a little more rumble in the jungle out there. Get some drinks going around. Get some fucking elbows and assholes fucking fighting it out there. Whatever it takes to light a fucking fire and get this fucking Jags defense off the ground, because I drafted them in a couple weeks, and I'm thinking about fucking dropping them, and I'm serious.
They're like the 20-something ranked
exactly,
defense.
exactly. Almost halfway through the season, talking about 20th ranked defense. I'm thinking about fucking dropping you, Jags. You're embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
All right, starts.
Starts at some wide receivers.
The Cardinals wide receiver, I know Fitzgerald kind of got it going for you last week.
4 for 40 and like a touchdown.
But I really don't feel like you can ride him out there. But a guy like Kirk, I feel like going against the Niners, getting up 23rd most points to opposite wide receivers. And then we're talking about a new offensive coordinator right here.
Ryan Leftwich, baby. Let's see what
trying to
he
get
can do.
this offense going a little bit more. Maybe opening it up.
I mean, all right, I read this. Versus the Bears, the Cardinals versus the Bears, those 2 touchdowns, that one to Ricky Seals-Jones and that passing touchdown to David Johnson, were both designed by Byron Leftwich. So, I mean, that's a sign of hope. I mean, the only 2 plays they did anything in the fucking game was them and Brian Weathers. I think Mike McCoy was holding this offense hostage. He was like, we're just going to fucking run a high school offense. We're going to run 124 traps and 913 dives for the rest of our fucking lives out there. And that is just not getting it done. You need to get David Johnson in fucking space. And Mike McCoy's time as an NFL coach maybe over and it's fucking. I mean, he was only good in like what? Peyton Manning got him to greatness, and he did like a little something with Tim Tebow out there, I guess. I mean, how many of those plays was Peyton Manning changing at the line of scrimmage, though? You think?
Right, all of
like
them.
half, at least.
Right, you got called.
I wish
two-
Peyton Manning could be honest, like something like that, and just like lay it out there.
I would want to see Peyton Manning be a head coach one day. I would love it. Imagine him being an offensive coordinator.
He's just got too much money to even think about dealing with that kind of stress. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of stress. Man's got a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, look at Gruden.
I think he'd
look
be.
at Gruden.
I think Peyton Manning would be more likely to go up in the GM shit like John Elway did than to go to the sidelines.
I mean, Gruden making $10 million a year to ruin franchises.
There's a lot less
so-
stress up there in the booth with the nice cold beverages.
the
Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Watching the games up
He's
there.
a big Budweiser guy. He had to get a sponsor deal for that.
Ridiculous. Oh, he didn't say it without money involved. He either owns a shitload of stock, or he got fucking paid for it. And if he didn't get paid, he got paid afterwards.
All
There
right,
was something happened there.
start. I think
Start the Jags?
I think we're gonna start Jags receivers. We're talking if you got some bye weeks going on, you can put Dede Westbrook in there. You can put Keenan Cole. Philadelphia defense.
Keenan
We're talking about the
Cole.
Jags D struggling. Philadelphia is 29th in points allowed in terms of wide receivers. The Jags, that's a home game in London. I mean, they just feed off that crowd. They're incredible in
Eagles
London.
might be on tilt too, man. They went out there, were up 17-0 in the fourth quarter at home and just shit the bed versus the Panthers. They're the first team to shit the bed going into fourth quarter up 17 or more points since the mid-'80s. And I mean, you have to take that plane ride. It's a sad plane ride to London after a game like that, baby. I think they're on tilt. They're on the ropes. And I think a couple of these fast guys from the Jags might be able to get behind them, like you said. Fucking Blake Brady out there clanging and banging in London. You know he's got fire. You know he's fucking.
Oh yeah, they bench him. He's gonna be slinging.
He's been benched before. Doesn't after he gets benched, he comes back. He comes out there clanging and banging the next week, right?
Well, he was benched
He's been benched
preseason last year,
Yeah,
and
he's
then
been
they
benched.
go to the championship game.
See, gotta light a fire under the old Blake Bortles. Alright, we got some.
Probably just a little too hungover for them Bud Lights.
Get some starts. You think some? You're on the Randall Cobb train if he plays it.
You know,
I just don't know.
I don't know. I feel like if Randall Cobb is active, we're talking there's some injuries going on. I feel like you can throw in Randall Cobb.
Is
and
he
you
ever going to
can
be
expect-
active though? He's like giving you
I'm
the
saying-
Darren Sproles treatment. He's just like
I'm
on the
saying-
fence and just like it never just.
I'm
it just
saying
never
if
happens.
here. We had the bye week. Maybe that's
If.
what he needed to get over the hump, to get over this health concerns. But the Rams somehow are 21st points allowed in wide receivers.
Well, that's just
They-
because teams been chasing him all the time.
Right. So I mean, we're talking garbage points. We're talking a possible shootout with
Oh,
Green
Packers
Bay.
Rams. I expect 60+ points from Packers Rams game, baby. What do you think?
I think Cobb, if Cobb suits up, I think he can
Oh,
get
runner's
you,
going to probably be at least 55 in Vegas.
If Cobb suits up, I think he can get you 10 to 15 points.
I probably get him off the waivers.
Well, pick him up.
Yeah,
I mean, keep going. Ride him out there.
my goodness. Got some Tyler Boyd. Tampa Bay give him the second most fantasy points, 2 wide receivers a game. So, I mean, Tyler Boyd went out there and let you down, but I think I think he will continue to resurrect. I mean, he had that one bad game.
I think he's in a huge bounce back spot. I think another possible 20 plus points this week.
The only thing you're worried about is his yards last couple of weeks. Even when he in that 2 touchdown game, he's been lacking yards. He's been like under 50 yards, I think, in the last 3 games. But I mean, I think his targets will still be there. He'll still be looking toward him in the red zone. So I think I've announced a nice wide receiver 2 bounce back All right, getting some wide receiver sits. We got some Funches. Getting with the Ravens, who have just been clamping out there. They shut the Saints down for a majority of that game. Michael Thomas did end up finding his ass in the end zone, but Devin Funches is not Michael Thomas. So, I mean, he's had 2 nice games in a row.
He's had 2 back-to-back 18-plus PPR games. We're talking about Baltimore, super stingy, going to 6 total points overall, and then the second fewest yards from wide receivers.
It's going to be a tough game out there. I'm considering even benching Cam Newton in this game.
I think it's going to be an absolute slaughter. I think it's going to be a slaughter between these two teams. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. We're talking like 13-10 game here.
I mean, Cam didn't do dick shit in the third quarter. All of a sudden, the fourth quarter, all of a sudden he lit the world on fire and got his ass into the high end of 20s in fantasy points. But I don't think the Ravens defense are looking to allow anything like that to happen. I think
it's going to be
even a Drew Brees last week,
here.
Went in there and got he still had the 2 touchdowns, but he was still limited to 190 yards passing or 200 yards passing, so he wasn't able to clang and bang through the air. But another set, we got some Tyler Lockett. Detroit's the 3rd fewest yards a game and the 4th fewest points per game. 2 wide receivers. Detroit gives it up via the run, not the pass, and the Seahawks like to run it. So I think this is the type of game script situation for Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, we're talking Seattle likes to run the ball more anyways. We're talking Detroit, who's been pretty leaky against the run. I feel like we're talking 60 to 70% of these snaps here could be a run this week, which in this day's NFL is unheard of.
I mean, like I said, 57% on the year, so you're thinking, no way. If this game is going to be close, which it probably will be, because, the Lions, I don't think are really blowing anybody out of the water out there, but I think there's going to be just Chris Carson and some Mike Davis all fucking day. All right, one more sit. We got some D-Train. Kansas City's kind of been clamping down, they kind of been giving up to number 1 targets, a number 1 wide receiver, so Emmanuel Sanders will probably still get his, like A.J. Green got his, but...
Yeah, Tyler Boyd really struggled as their second option in that offense through the air. So if D-Train's the second option through the air here, or through the air here, I feel like he's going to be coming back down to earth, maybe about...
I came back down to earth last week. He got 9 PPR points last week.
I expect him to be about that 8-9 range again this week.
Yeah, he rode high out there. Like I said, after that week 5 game, I think it was, he'll never hit 20 PPR points for the rest of the year. But he did. He tried to fuck me. He tried to go over on me the week after, but it didn't fucking happen, baby. I don't think it's going to happen. So
You think he's career? You think he's going to get traded?
Case Keenum is just another guy like we thought he
loves
was.
Sanders, though. Sanders is top 10.
Sanders is eating out there. But Sanders is a quicker guy. He's got more, he's got the type of skills that can last into older age, and Demaryius Thomas just doesn't.
All right, there it is. Once again, if you liked what you saw, give a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button below.
You know you want to hit that fucking subscribe button, baby. You fucking know it. Quit playing me. If you made it this far into the video, you watch this video all the way to the end.
You're dedicated. You're in it
all
with us.
the way to the end, and you still haven't hit that subscribe button. That is ridiculous.
You are too invested to not hit the subscribe
button. Quit playing
button.
me and just give me that. Hit that little red button down below. Just
Is it red?
Touch it. I think it might be.
Sure.
Hit the bell next to it too, so you can get all those video notifications when we drop them out there, baby. We're on the iTunes. You can listen to us from your commute to and from work as well. So get up on that, baby.
Leave a comment below. Let us know all your sit-start questions. Good luck this week, and we'll see you next time.
Cheeseburger.